Hello and welcome to episode number 34 of the All Things Sports Podcast. Audio listeners, please skip the 5 minutes in to skip our last year intro. Oh, and yes, happy Halloween to those of you out there listening. All right, we're already already late enough, so why not? We just went on so early. All right, hello and welcome to episode number 34 of the All Things Sports Podcast. My name is Zach Bischoff, and I am joined over there by
Danny Shanholzer.
All right, thank you much. Happy Halloween to you and all of you listening and or watching out there. Well, if you're listening on the audio, it'll be past Halloween, so we know that November 1st. So, happy November. Okay. All right, now enough all serious stuff. All right, today we will be discussing, excuse me, a lot of sports-related. Excuse me a minute. All right, I should be good now. Now, today we're going to be discussing lots and lots of things related to the world of sports. Okay, we want to start with the Steelers?
Sure, Zach.
Okay. All right. Steelers, they lost, how high was it? It got so high, I don't even remember what it was anymore.
35-13, I believe.
Thank you. Yes, 35-13. The team sucks. The team sucks. Matt Canada sucks. Although he did have a very nice one little play call that I particularly enjoyed. It was that pass to, is it Connor Hayward?
Derek Watt.
Derek Watt. Sorry. Derek Watt. It was a very, very nice trip, a little bit trickery there, but and then next drive, third and 10, and he throws it 2 yards, throws to a check down. So I don't know. Danny, your thoughts on the abysmal effort by the Steelers and how we get to the playoffs from here? Go.
Yeah. No. Obviously, 35-13 against the now 7-0 Philadelphia Eagles is not great. And I said it would be close on this podcast, and Zach flamed me in the moment for that, and I completely deserve it. But I will say, the Philadelphia Eagles are very, very, very good. So I'll give them credit there. I just think, Zach, the biggest thing, right? And we'll get to the defense in a second. And Bill Cowher said this on NFL Today, I believe. Kenny Pickett threw the ball to I have his stats.
Cowher's players.
I have his stats up right here. He threw the ball. I had it and then I lost it. I just want to get this right. He threw the ball 38 times for 191 yards. Okay, we are losing sight of the fact that Kenny Pickett is a rookie. All right, he should not have to throw the ball 38 times for us to be successful. Ben Roethlisberger did not have to do that in his rookie year because they had a balanced running attack. I mean, and that's what we have to be, and we're not right now. And I think that's probably the number one issue, Zach, is he will be able to be a guy that can do that, but it's not Pitt versus Western Michigan again anymore, man. I mean, he's playing against the best of the best in the NFL. So right. I just think that we gotta, because you know what, Zach, I loved the play call. I love the fake jet sweep to Derek Watt. That was awesome. But I also love the play call to Jaylen Warren on the 2nd and 14, that little delayed draw. We got to get Jaylen Warren the ball more and get Najee Harris going north to south more.
Yeah, I think, I don't think Najee Harris is, I feel bad for all the fantasy owners that picked him up in their draft this year, but, because he isn't doing good right now. And I think that Jaylen Warren needs to be getting RB1 reps, at least for now.
Uh-huh.
And so that's all. I think we are very prepared, as you can see.
And then Zach, real quick on the defensive side of the ball. All right, and I know that we're, we got cornerbacks that are struggling with injuries. We got a lot of defensive injuries. I mean, TJ Watt, obviously, that's a big injury, Zach.
It is.
let AJ Brown get 3 touchdowns, man, on 2 of the exact same plays, man.
Yeah. And I saw something today that I guess he was selected for a drug test. I wonder why. He got a drug test this morning. I mean, if you catch 3 touchdowns, but I mean, he looked really good. He
did look very good.
Of course, my opponent in fantasy this week, he had him, so he
Oh,
had
yeah?
like 35 points, I believe.
Wow.
So yeah, he was really good for the Eagles. He was their best offensive player.
And I feel like too, it cannot just because we always keep talking about the fact that TJ Watt is going to make this team so much better. But TJ Watt is one player, and there are plenty of defenses in this league, in the National Football League, that do just fine without a superstar like TJ Watt. We shouldn't need TJ Watt to win games. We shouldn't need TJ Watt to be successful.
Nope.
And I just feel like it's a combination of just I mean, on the defensive side of the ball, I think it's a question of depth. On the offensive side of the ball, I just think we got to balance it out a little bit more because what's happening, I feel like, is like teams are obviously they're selling out on the short passes. Like we haven't attacked the ball down the middle of the field in deep areas all season. So obviously they know it's going to be a screen to Deontay Johnson. Like, I mean. Like,
Deontay Robinson.
We gotta mix it up a little bit more, man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Or as I like to call him, Deontay Robinson.
I mean, he's getting okay. I know that we got to do a better job of getting our receivers the ball. Okay, but Deontay Johnson is getting paid $18 million a year. Okay, he's got to be more productive if he's getting that. You know, because he's a guy that he's a guy that we're going to rely on. Okay? And I'm encouraged what I've seen with Pickens. I'm really encouraged with that. I just think I just think it comes down to, and it opened my eyes when Bill Cowher said this. Kenny Pickett's only a rookie, man. So we got to help him out more. I mean, He's standing in there, he's doing the best he can, but he's taking shots, man. And I just feel like we got to do a better job of protecting him.
Also, and my last point on this: do you believe the report that Tomlin has told Pickett not to, I think there's Pickett, has told Pickett not to target Pickens as much?
Did he?
Do you believe that?
I would be skeptical in that. I think that they got to get Pickens the ball more. Honestly, I just think but it's got to be in different ways too. I just feel like I'm not trying to. I just feel like we gotta mix. I keep repeating this on this podcast. We just gotta figure out better ways to get guys involved. Like when Pat Freiermuth caught that ball in the middle of the field in the first quarter, I was so happy, man, because he was wide open in the middle of the field. So I just think we got to utilize that more. I know I've been saying this all season, but also, Zach, little optimistic stat for our listeners, and I have it pulled up again here. I lost it again probably because I looked something else up. But one moment. Sorry about this. Here we go. Okay. In 2006, right? And I'm reading a tweet from Jerry Dulac. So I want to give him credit, obviously, for coming up with this. In 2006, right? The Steelers started 2-6, just as we are now. They finished 8-8. They started their 6-2 turnaround with the victory at home against New Orleans. Just saying. That sounds eerily similar to what we're about to get into after the bye week here, Zach. So the bye week could not come at a more opportune time, by the way, Zach. I mean, I think in this situation, the bye week really helped us out here because you got guys that just NFL season takes a toll on guys. So I think it's very helpful to have in the middle of the season, kind of as a halfway point almost. You know what I mean?
Correct. All right. So now we're going to move into the Penguins. This could very well need to be split into two parts, but we will see how fast we can go through all of our things here. So the Pens lost to the they lost all their games on the Western Canadian road trip here. So, Danny, just your thoughts on the trip and what the Pens need to do to right the ships here.
Yeah, Zach. It right now, as we just talked about the Steelers. They lost. It's not a great time to be a Pittsburgh sports fans right now. There's a lot of losing going on, but Zach, I really just think, and I sound like a broken record, Zach. But I really just think there's gotta be a little bit more. We need more sparks when it comes to the Penguins. I feel like, because it seems as though it's the same script as it always kind of is, and I just think, I mean, I've not caught a ton of the games, especially that Seattle game. I did not catch, but I just think that that it's more of the same here. I just think that sometimes our offense is very, very strong, right? We're scary. We scored in the first 3 games of the season, we scored 6 goals each time. But then we have lulls like where we put up a goal. And a goal in the National Hockey League is not going to win us games. We've got to score in bunches. We cannot, when we start fast, we got to finish fast. And when we start slow, we can't let that affect how we finish, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I just think that we have to, and I know it's a long season. I just feel like we're in a little bit of a slump here. So I'm hoping we break out of it.
Yeah. And it's interesting because the Pens, as of right now, are right up against the cap, so they cannot call anybody up. I don't think, unless it's on an emergency basis, I believe. So, I think I don't really know what the answer is for the Pens right now. I mean, you just gotta, Pens have always had this sort of like stick-to-itiveness to them, where you need to just be able to stick to it. So, I think that we will, come home tomorrow against I believe it's the Bruins, so that does not get any easier. I mean, you have a couple bad losses there to the Canucks, to the Kraken, and there was another one I don't remember.
Yeah, we lost 5-1 at the Canucks, Zach. I mean, that just cannot happen.
That was embarrassing. And then the Kraken game, it was a better start. The Pens are already 2 for 2 on coaches' challenges this year. They took away two Seattle goals there. So Mike Sullivan and the video coaches up there are very, very, very well educated. And so I don't know what the I think the Pens will be fun. They'll clinch the playoff spot like they usually do every year. Danny and I have been alive long enough that we have never seen a bad Penguin team. Let's see. I'm 19 years old. They've clinched playoff spot for the past like 16 years here. So, and I can't tell you what year they did because I was probably really, really, really young. All right. Now we are going to cover the NBA, and I have this year actually decided to sit down and actually, watch every game for I have chosen the Bucks, who have started out 5-0 to begin the 22-23 regular season here. So let's see. So their last game, as I look on The interwebs here. They won by 123 to 115 against the Hawks most recently. And I do not have stat lines to any of those, but I'm sure we can assume Giannis had anywhere from 20 to 40 points. He had 40 points, I think, a couple games ago. He is just unstoppable, man. I mean,
Yeah.
And so the NBA. Your thoughts on just the overall league right now, and who you think's going to win here, and what else? How about them Lakers, man?
The Lakers, man.
Lakers,
brutal, man. They're in shambles here, Zach. But a team, I'm going to be more optimistic because my Lakers. I mean, I am a very. I chose a while ago. I've always really liked LeBron James, so I go wherever LeBron goes here. So I'm kind of very much on the Lakers bandwagon and have been. But a team that I am very impressed with, Zach, and for our listeners that might not be aware, the Boston Celtics, they have a interim head coach by the name of Joe Mazzulla, who is a West Virginia, I believe, a West Virginia alum, if I'm not mistaken. So there's a little bit of local ties there. They are 4-2, Zach, and again, for those of you that don't that might not be aware, their coach who led them to the finals last year, he's been suspended for a year because of conduct violation. So I mean, 4-2, obviously, the East is going to be competitive this year. So I've just been really impressed with them being able to get started here on the right foot, because obviously, Zach, when stuff like that happens, when your coach is suspended, when the season is close to when the season kicks off here, that can sometimes be tough because the system might be different and it's just hard to refocus here in general, Zach. So I've been really impressed with their ability to do that. I don't want to overreact, right, Zach? But
time out. We have to take a brief intermission here for a couple of minutes. I have to be able to handle a little bit of business here. So we will be back in a couple of minutes right here on the All Things Sports Podcast. Welcome back to All Things Sports. We apologize for that little interruption there, but we were talking about the NBA before the break here, and Danny, you may continue.
Yeah. What? Yeah. All right.
Sorry about that, man.
No, man, you're good. I just, yeah, my bad. No, but I was saying I don't want to overreact, Zach, and I know that we are only 7 games in or so, but the Golden State Warriors are 3-4. Now I'm not gonna say, oh, what happened? They fell off. I mean, they got Stephen Curry, They got Draymond Green. They got Klay Thompson. They got Jordan Poole. So they will be fine. But you usually, and I know I don't know if you've seen this clip, but a little scuffle broke out at their practice a few days ago. So I'm wondering if that might have an effect on their play as of late.
Did anyone get punched?
Yeah, there was a
Who got punched now?
it was I believe Draymond Green went after Jordan Poole, which I mean
I think that's old news there, bud. I think.
Yeah, but I mean I'm just saying that was like in the off season, so obviously
Oh yes,
like
yes. Right.
that's I know it happened a while ago, but I'm just still I mean obviously you don't want to be doing that to your teammate at any juncture. But yeah, I mean so I'll be interested to follow them. I mean I'm sure that we like you're saying it's a long season. Another thing, Zach, I don't know if you've seen like I don't really know the current state of it, but why don't we bring it up is the subject of tanking, Zach, because a lot of times in the NBA, especially when there are great prospects that teams want to have that can change the culture and trajectory of a team. You see guys 30 games in, there might be 10 and 20, not doing great. You see them kind of mailing in for the rest of the year. Now, I think I am of the belief, and I think Premier League soccer does a great job of this, Zach, where I don't think you should be rewarded for being bad. Because that's like that's why we're talking about this subject of tanking. That encourages tanking. What the Premier League does is they make. I don't think there should be I don't think there should be like relegation or anything like that. I mean, I think that would kind of throw off the whole structure of the NBA. But I just think you got to allow for there still being something to play for, even when you're not having a great season. You know what I mean, Zach?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Like I think the Bucks will be. They're my pick one of my picks to make the championship.
Mm-hmm.
I have not done enough watching of all the teams around the league yet to determine another one, but yeah. So we will be curious. We'll be curious to watch that and see how the rest of the NBA season progresses and how long the Bucks keep it going.
How long do you think, Zach? How long do you think they'll be able to stay undefeated?
Let's see. Who do we play? Who do they play tonight? They play the Pistons, 6-0. Where Pistons again, 7-0. Let me see here. Thunder 3-3. Were we 7-0? I'm gonna say 8-0. I'm gonna say they will lose against the Hawks on November the 7th. Their first road game.
So ending the streak at 8 then?
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, yeah.
Although they did beat the Hawks at home, but I think in Atlanta, I mean, with Trae Young and everybody there, I mean, a lot of very high firepower players there. So it'll be interesting to see just how long they can keep it going. All right, that'll be it from me. Danny, any final thoughts for the people?
No, Zach. I mean, obviously, just quick on the NBA and on the NBA subject. I mean, I feel like everybody kind of has, and that's why it was so impressive that the Warriors were able to go like 73-9 or something like that. I mean, that was just historic. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to watch that. But yeah, Zach. I mean, obviously, it's a great time to be a sports fan, right? I mean, there are a ton of stuff, a lot of stuff going on there. And yeah, I mean, I always just
got the World Cup in a couple of weeks here, so we'll be doing a
That'll be
preview
awesome.
show on that.
That'll be awesome.
Got the National Lacrosse League, which is Dana and I we talk about it all the time. Is even December 3rd, we're gonna be you people have no idea how crazy we are about the NLL. So be prepared for that. All right. With that said, lastly, a happy Halloween to those of you out there, and we will see you all again very, very soon. And until then,
Bye for now.
thank you much, my lovely co-host. Do that. And